Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back to our Graviteam Tactics Mius Front South Africa campaign, of course. And we are now on part 5 of this campaign. We've got to decide what we want to do here. We have most of the important locations, and we're getting closer and closer to the end. If you guys want to see the other battles in this campaign, make sure to hit that playlist button. And guys, we are going to go ahead and try to take it home for the victory here. I can't promise we're going to get it, but I'm certainly going to try. First things first, let's go ahead. Let's grab our nice little actual rattles here. And it looks like maybe these rattles can't necessarily get out of the zone. We might need to keep these guys right here, and perhaps this final battle will be a defensive one. It would kind of make sense since we already hold so much of this area under our control, and hopefully this can be our road to victory. Let's end the turn here, and let's see if the enemy is going to attack. Beautiful, guys. This is going to be a major defense, but can we win the battle? I don't know, guys. Wish our boys luck. Let's see what happens. Alright, folks, now we've successfully defended this area from the Angolan MPLA for quite a while, but this battle is definitely a bit different. Excuse me. The fact is we're basically locked here in the very corner of the battlefield, and I think the only thing I can really do here is just get all of our armored vehicles, put them right on the front here, and just prepare for an enemy attack. I'm trying to spread out this armor as much as I can because I really want these guys to be on several different fronts pretty much, so that when the enemy attacks, we're going to be able to do a lot of damage here. Let's go ahead, guys. We'll get started with our battle here. Wish our boys the best of luck in this fight, and let's hope that they can come out on top with the victory. It begins, boys and girls. The attack has commenced. And the scary part here that I just realized, most of our actual armored units don't have their actual APCs with them. The fact is, these infantry exited those APCs in the last battle. The APCs were taken out, but the infantry is still here fighting for their lives at this point. Let's hope that they can do a good job, guys, because this is going to be absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, a really, really tough one. Let's go ahead. I wanted to call in some air support here, but I'm not sure why Pirov can only seem to call in the actual artillery. We can't seem to actually call in the air. So I'm going to let the actual AI go ahead and deal with that, and I'm going to try to find as many vehicles as possible. We've got vehicles like Lebrun's. Let's go ahead, stop right there. Oh, wait a minute. This is the guy that perhaps ran. In that case, we'll just go ahead and take Madden. I didn't realize this was a South African name, and start firing. And you can see, guys, the tremendous air fire. That's got to be air support there coming in at us, or maybe Katyushas, actually. Yeah, that could absolutely be Katyusha rockets, and it would certainly make sense that the Angolans want to throw everything they've got at us to see if they can't turn this into a victory. Wow, that is pretty brutal, guys. Just absolutely brutal. I want to get these guys to focus on them, but it looks like some of them are already evacing these vehicles, maybe just due to the explosions alone. You can see some actual battles that the enemy lost last fight. This is not a South African tank. It's actually, I think, a T. I'm not going to try and guess, because I'm sure I'll get it wrong, but you guys can let me know in the comments. So we certainly don't want to lose that, but look at that massive assault by the Angolans. We've got to keep on firing if we even want to think about potentially getting a victory here. All right, actually, our boys are in flight. Oh, my goodness. Never mind. In that case, our air support might be arriving already. I hope they know what targets they need to hit. So our only job now is to just keep the line or hold the line as long as we can. Oh, beautiful. Look at that, guys. We've definitely got some anti-tank weaponry here. There we go. Boom. Smashing the enemy there. We actually took out 2 or 3 vehicles just there on the front line. Let's see if we can kill that one. Beautiful hit there, guys. With, looks like maybe some sort of recoilless rifle, or perhaps that thing that we had. I don't know if that's just a very large recoilless rifle, or it's some sort of anti-tank guided missile. There's another one down, man. Unbelievable shooting here. Our guys are doing a great job. We might not even need air support at this point. Yep. Not completely destroyed, but they're definitely evacing. And you can see continued rounds going in the direction of the enemy. So I am just going to keep this up, guys. If we can knock out all their vehicles, I think we're going to be just fine. Keep in mind, we hold every single one of the important objective locations. So we just need to try and hold this as long as possible, maybe even get a ceasefire. I think in this case a ceasefire would be completely acceptable. Just go for this one right there. I'm actually putting all of our focus on just the closest guy there. And there's some more Katyushas. Yeah, that's got to be Katyusha rockets. We can actually see them incoming. That is insanity, guys. And some of those Katyusha rockets are striking pretty close to the enemy's front. Wait a minute. Could those potentially be helping us? Oh my goodness. I think that's friendly fire on the enemy. Unless that's just the air support we're getting from the Impalas. But I don't think that's what that is. I think that's enemy fire. Look at that, guys. The entire area is impossible to see. I mean, I guess it makes sense. If they make this area impossible for us to see, they can pretty much just come on in here, pass through without us even firing a shot. And obviously, it's not going to be so. It's not going to go so well for us. Let's say. All right, I'm calling in right there, guys. I'm not sure if we're going to be getting the arty, but I think we should. 12%. I'm trying to call it in really, really close here, as the enemy is getting a lot closer, and we're probably running out of anti-tank weaponry here. Look at all the blood there. Come on, boys. Someone must have some sort of weapon. Just going to go ahead and just make sure they're turned towards that location. Oh my goodness, there we go. Wow. So one of our guys actually did have an anti-tank weapon there. He immediately got hit. It's almost like the enemy had a sniper that spotted him right away. So I want to be very careful here. In the meantime, let's have this guy hopefully get those hits. There we go, guys. Fire. Oh, it's actually, I think, just the burning enemy vehicles exploding. This is a situation where I would love for a ceasefire. The fact is, we just can't hold back all of the army. I don't think we have enough anti-tank rounds to even make that possible. Ooh, wait a minute. This might actually just be a mortar vehicle, I believe it is. So he could probably just keep on firing mortars where the enemy is. Yes, that's what this is, for sure. So let's just keep the fire right there in the center where the enemy's got some infantry, etc., so that we can try to get some more hits on the enemy targets. But man, look at that. Another Katyusha rocket barrage. Let's move back here, guys, just to take a look at the other burning enemy vehicles. As you can see, we got some very, very good hits here during this battle. Obviously, we would love to have gotten more, but so far, not looking awful. Question is, can we still come back and take that location, or is the enemy going to be taking one of the important victory locations? Only time will tell. And look at how this battlefield has changed. There are just craters absolutely everywhere, guys. And it really seems like most of their armor has stayed back. That's one of the biggest reasons I want to kill these guys, because we could probably still manage to get quite a few shots on the enemy infantry units, take even more casualties with us, and obviously that's always something we want in this particular situation. Come on now. And move forward here with Smith. To get situations like this unit right here, absolutely getting crushed. You can tell that they have put up a hell of a fight, but Just simply could not keep that fight up against mostly armor once again. And I don't really want to retreat. Gotta keep going. Oh man, another one down. It's getting harder and harder to hold this location without a doubt, boys. The Impala is still in flight. No, we're definitely not getting control of that Impala. No way. Absolutely no way. As you can see, I sort of turn the actual gunfire towards the enemy infantry units there, just because I don't see us getting any hits on the armor. So I'm thinking we might as well try to keep on firing at the infantry, see if we can't knock a few more of them down. I'm sure we got some hits, and that's like, you see those little explosions popping out there? Those are our mortars, guys, still firing. So it's another reason I don't necessarily want to retreat yet. We still have shots. And there we go, enemy asking for a ceasefire, man. That's beautiful. I think I want to accept it now because I would be very sad if the enemy took the ceasefire back. We're going to go ahead, guys. We have accepted that enemy ceasefire. Let's hope it actually, you know, helps us and doesn't actually hurt us having this ceasefire here. And this is one of the mortars, of course, continuing to fire into that enemy area and hopefully getting us a few more casualties before the end of the battle. Here we go, guys. Oh, man, it's a draw. We definitely got hits. 35 killed on our side, 69 heavily wounded. 16 killed on the enemy side, 30 heavily wounded. But, hey, we held the location. That's what's honestly really important here. Let's jump to the map and see if this is the end of our campaign. Okay, guys, here we go. Ahead of us. And it looks here for the third and final charge, the fresh 8 Ratel 90s of the anti-tank platoon moves to the front. The attack finally broke 47 brigades back. Those still alive, thank you so much, Steam, for having that there. Are running for their lives towards the river, where the SEF mowed them down and down in their hundreds, the South African Defense Force. So we've already gotten an incredible job. It's still turn 5, so I think there's still a little bit left to play, but maybe not. That could be it. Team 8 defeated, and that's going to be it. I'm pretty sure that's it. We did get a defeated, if I'm not mistaken. Wait a minute. Maybe not, guys. The South Africans lost 3 men, died, and further 6 were wounded, plus a similar number of lightly wounded who were patched up and sent back into battle. Charlie's squadron lost 1 Ratel 90. Also, UNITA casualties were never recorded. Angolans lost some 600 soldiers dead and many more wounded. 47th Brigade lost less than, or more than 90% of heavy weapons, more than 20 tanks, about 30 APCs, 122mm howitzers, and 83 trucks. Yeah, it ain't easy out here, guys. And we're going to keep pushing. The attack continues, so I guess the campaign continues. Kind of amazes me that we are still fighting this campaign, man. It's interesting to say the least. Let's move over here. And again, this could be it. Just trying to take as much territory as I possibly can and defend the territory that I'm not necessarily sure I should have or not. Okay, guys, it's going to be a draw over here for sure. Interesting fight nonetheless. We had more victory points than the enemy, but I was kind of hoping for, you know, potentially a victory, but a draw will have to suffice. I hope you guys enjoyed this campaign, and if you did, make sure to let me know, of course, in the comments down below, guys. If we go over here, there we go. We can actually see the total casualties here for both sides in the actual conflict here, guys. Pretty interesting stuff. We had 287 wounded, 451 killed. The enemy had less killed than us, so it's probably one of the reasons that we didn't get a full victory there. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next campaign. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see next.